I've avoided yellow for years, but this month I'm sewing it anyway. It's Sew Yellow for Endo month, and I'm determined to find a shade of yellow that doesn't make me look like a Victorian ghost. So let's do this. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Claire and this is the Singing Sewist, and today we're talking about Sew Yellow for Endo. It's the challenge that's being run over on Instagram by Jess, who is Sew What If I Sew on YouTube and on Instagram. And yeah, it's my turn on the vlogger tour, which is quite exciting because it's my first time doing this. So what is Sew Yellow for Endo? It's a challenge that asks you to sew something yellow, and we'll come on to in a minute what qualifies and what doesn't qualify. But it's to sew something yellow in the month of March and post it on Instagram. And I think it's the weekend of the 28th, 29th of March that is the posting day. It's to raise awareness for endometriosis. It's also to raise money for endometriosis research, and I'm going to link in the description below to Jess's video for the opening of the challenge at the beginning of March, because she speaks about it much more eloquently than I could. She goes into detail about endometriosis and her journey with the condition, and gives a lot of facts and figures. And I'm a stats girl, so I like stats, and there were just a couple that really jumped out at me. First thing is the fact that it will affect, or can affect, 1 in 10 women, or those with a uterus, people with a uterus. So that's quite a high percentage. 10% is a big chunk of people. The other frightening to me fact is that it can take, on average, and we're not talking extreme cases here, this is on average, it can take 8 years for a diagnosis. And that's even just to diagnose it. That's not even starting treatment. 8 years. That is a long time to be in excruciating, debilitating pain and be fobbed off by the medical profession, or told to just get on with it, or it's just painful periods. It's a lot more than that. And I'm very fortunate. I've never suffered with endometriosis. I know at least 3 people that I've worked with, and given that it's quite a small team I work with, at least 3 I know have endometriosis or similar conditions. I know of at least another 3 people that I work with who have thyroid issues. I know of a significant proportion more, including myself, who are going through the menopause. All of these conditions, which affect females only, or predominantly females, are just so under-researched, underfunded, still don't have. Just to even get diagnosed is like pulling teeth, and then to find the right treatment. So I'm very happy to be lending support to the cause in whatever way I can. So here we are. So that is the challenge, what it's about and why it's happening. How do you get involved? Well, like I said earlier, it's to sew something yellow in the month of March. Now that can be an item of clothing. I think it can also be accessories, or even something for the home, just so long as you've sewn it and you've sewn it in March. And when we say yellow, it can be predominantly yellow. It can just have a bit of yellow in it. For example, what I'm wearing today, this was my entry last year. It's a patina blouse in I believe it's a Fabric Godmother cotton. And I would call this a pink top, but it has some significant bits of yellow in it, so it was sufficient to qualify for the challenge. This is what I entered last year. I'll pop in a picture here, I think. One side anyway. I can't remember which way around I've got the setup. I think it'll be here. Of my entry from 2 years ago, which was a dress that I made in a linen viscose blend fabric, which was, I think that one was from First for Fabrics when they did a spring mystery box. And that is, again, it's got lots of different coloured flowers on, but there was sufficient yellow again for it to qualify. So long as it has an element of yellow, and even when we say yellow, Jess is quite relaxed on definitions of that. So it can be orangey colour, it can be a limey greeny colour, so long as it has some element of yellowness to it. So I'm going to be making my garment next week, probably, depending on how next week goes, because Sophie's home for a few days, so it's going to be quite busy. But I'm planning to make my garment in time for the challenge. I haven't made it just yet. So what today's video is about is choosing what fabric I'm going to use. Now, as I said at the beginning, I've always said I can't wear yellow. So that's why I chose a pink fabric last year, which had bits of yellow in. I've chosen a kind of a white fabric with bits of yellow in. But I am determined this year to find a yellow that I can wear, or that I want to wear, because anyone can wear any colour they decide to, I believe. But some colours suit you better than others and do things to your skin. So I want to find a yellow that works for me. And this is where I need your help. So I have 3 options that I'm going to be looking at. I will watch back the recording to see how I think they look. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to pop up a poll on my community tab and get you guys to vote on what you think suits me best. Well, not what suits me best, what you'd like to see me make. The pattern I'm going to make, regardless of which fabric I choose, is probably going to be the Georgie top by Fibre Mood. And I'll pop in a picture of it here and the line drawings so you can see what I mean. It's quite a sort of close fitted top around the neck. It has lovely pleats in it, which are all sewn down at the top, so it's nice and close fitting across the top and shoulders. It has lovely big poofy sleeves, which I really like, and these fabrics will lend themselves well to that. Poofy sleeves, and then it just kind of flares out, and I just really like that shape. I love wearing it, and so I think that's probably the pattern I'm going to go for. But what fabric? That is the question. So I always think that I am cool toned. I'm a subscriber to the Fabric Obsession So Obsessed box, and I've opted for the cool toned box because you can go for cool or warm. I've gone for cool because that's what I think suits me. I always think sort of pinks suit me better. However, having said that, I made quite an orangey red dress for Frock Tales last week, and if you have a look back at my last week's video all about Frock Tales, you'll see my dress in that. It's quite an orangey red. I can wear both pink and red lipstick. I can wear both silver and gold jewellery. I just tend to steer more towards silver and pinks, but I think I can wear reds and golds as well. So I think I might actually be a neutral rather than cool tones, but we'll see. I've got one fabric to show first, which I know is a definite no for me. And this one is, it was a free fabric I got because I placed an order with Rainbow Fabrics when they were doing the offer where you not only got a discount, but you got a free sample as well. And you didn't get any choice over what it was. You just selected whether you wanted dressmaking or bedding, I think. I can't remember now. So this is what came, and this is very much a greeny kind of yellow. I don't think this works on me. Like I said, I will watch the recording back because I haven't really looked at it in detail, but I don't think I can wear this one close to my skin. What I am planning to do with it is make some trousers out of it. I think probably the chanterelle pants by, oh gosh, I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen hopefully, but the chanterelle pants by whoever they're by, because I think I can wear trousers in it, but I don't think I can wear it as a top. So this is probably a no, but I think this would qualify for So Yellow for Endo because I think it's kind of that chartreuse colour, is it they call it? But it's very much a greeny yellow, and I don't think that works on me. I've just realised I've been holding that over my microphone. You probably haven't heard a word I've said. I will try and do better with the next one. But yeah, that's a no, I think. You might have different ideas. Next up, this one is all of these fabrics, by the way, I bought from Rainbow Fabrics, and I just got 2 meters of each to make the Georgie top with. And any of the ones that I don't use for the challenge, I will still make up because I do actually like all of them. And if I decide that they don't work against my face, I can either try something with a deep V, like this patina blouse is quite a low neckline on it, and I think you can wear colours away from your face better than you can right up here. Or what I might do is use them for bag linings or something along those lines, but they will get used whichever way round. So this one is a cotton sateen twill, so it's quite a heavy weight, this one. I'm not sure whether this will work for the Georgie blouse, but we'll see. And it's got pineapples all over it, and it's kind of, the yellow I would say is a pineapple yellow. So what do we think on this one? Does this work? I think it probably does. I think it's bright enough. I think I do better with brighter colours next to my face, and I'm hoping this is bright enough that, that I can wear it close to my skin. Let's see what you think of that one. So that's the pineapple. I'm going to call that one pineapple cotton sateen. It's not actually that shiny, but it's lovely and soft, this one. So I think when I wash it, it might get drapier and work for the Georgie blouse. The next one is just 100% cotton, and this, so apologies for looking over here, I've got the packing slip that came with them that tells me what they are. This is a micro polka dot, and this is a bit more of a mustardy yellow. I'm not sure mustard yellow is good for me, but we'll see. What do we think on this one? Polka dot, mustardy yellow, plain cotton. I think this would work for the blouse, but does it work with my colouring? Let's see. And then the third one I've got is a bit of a rogue choice. I thought I'd see how it worked with a yellow that has a bit of contrast in it. So this is a cotton viscose. So this is a bit drapier, this one, so would work nicely for the top. And it's a Marigold Poppy floral cotton viscose. And this has, I think it's black centres to the flowers. So it has that bit of contrast to it. What do we think on this one? I think it might work. It's nice and bright again. Let's see what it does to my face. So those are my 3 options. I really want to make one of those work. I want to wear a proper yellow this time, rather than just something with a little bit of yellow in. I do have a fallback option in case none of those look any good, and that is the green satin that I bought from Exeter Fabric Centre and still haven't made up yet. But this, I think, has enough yellow in it to qualify. But I feel like that's a bit of a cop-out. And for me, personally, because I've done that in previous years, and I do want to experiment and push my boundaries slightly and come up with a yellow garment that works for me. So those are my choices. What do we think? And what do you think about the Georgie blouse as a pattern? Do you think that would work? Should I try something different? Maybe another patina blouse, or just something completely new that I haven't even thought of yet? Let me know your thoughts. So I will pop all the information about the challenge in the description box below. It's to enter, to post your entry on Instagram. You post the picture. It has to be sewn in March. Post it on Instagram. Tag in Jess at Sew What If I Sew. You need to use the hashtag SewYellowForEndo 2026. And crucially, you need to donate at least £1 to the Just Giving page that Jess has set up, because as well as raising awareness, she is also raising money. And the money raised, she is very close over the lifetime of the challenge, which I think has been running for 5 years now. She's very close to having raised £10,000, which is an awesome achievement. And it would be lovely if we could help get her over the line to that magic £10,000. So even if you don't want to make something yellow, don't want to enter the enter the challenge, you can still donate. I'll leave the link in the description box below. If you fancy just popping in £1 or £2 to help the cause, there's no requirement to actually sew anything if you don't want to. But why not give it a go? Let's flood Instagram with yellow, bright sunniness. It's the reason it's yellow is that that's the colour of the Endometriosis UK branding, I think. So hence the yellow. And yeah, let's help Jess get the word out there and raise lots and lots of money. That's it from me. Anything I've forgotten to say, I will put in the description box below. Keep a lookout on Instagram for Sew Yellow for Endo 2026. There are more vlogs coming up in the vlogger tour for the rest of the month, so keep a lookout for that. Jess will be posting the schedule over on her Instagram. And yeah, I hope that that's interesting, and I will be revealing what I make week after next, probably, because next weekend I'm at the Stitch Festival, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, I will see you soon. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.